like I'm Meghan Markle.
So we need you all set up in here. Our conference room, and I'll get back. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
I'm so
my
good.
God.
Oh my goodness, you are such a legend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
I'm a legend. Oh my God.
I'm thrilled to have you.
Actually, you're a legend.
I don't know about that. I don't
Yeah,
know
because
about
you've been
that.
doing this TV thing that I want to do TV.
Thank you.
Help me.
Thank you. Well, so I did TV for 25 years, and it's something you have to get used to. Just as when I would do radio, it was strange for me. This is a different medium,
Okay.
and so your live experience on the radio is really going to help you on TV.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. I found that people who had come from radio to do TV were just naturally gifted. So the transition is not going to be that tough. So I want to know your story. How did all this begin?
Well, you know, I went to school and I was majoring in journalism, and we ran into some financial issues, my mother and I. And so I had to go back back home to a local college. I was a receptionist at a radio station, and the manager, or the owner of the radio station's wife heard me. I went in to do something into the studio as the receptionist, just dropped something off, and the guy put me on. And the owner of this country radio station, his wife said, "You need to train her. She's got a great voice and great personality." And then it took off from there. And so my career just exploded. And then next thing you know, within 2 years of being on the radio, I was in a major market, and then I left there and went to Chicago. So I've been from Dallas to Chicago to Philly to a nationally syndicated radio show that was heard in New York and Chicago and 50 other cities. Then
Wow.
I got my own show, and now we're getting ready to do the same thing, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Because I just want to do TV, though. My goal was always to do TV. Always.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Because I heard that you make a lot of money in TV, and all I wanted was a house with a big pool in the back. I did. That was the goal. My goal was, I just want a house with a pool in the back.
I think you'd be great at television. Honestly.
Will it help me get a house with a pool?
If we're gonna get you a house with a pool.
That's all I wanted. Seems fun.
All right, can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
What about radio?
About radio. You know what? I love radio. I didn't think I was going to love radio as much as I do, because I really wanted to be on TV. I wanted to be a news anchor. I am a radio DJ, and I host my own show. When they put me in the position, I think I was about only one. Now there's several women that are doing it, thank God. But I really wanted to be a news anchor. And then somebody said I was too silly, that my personality, I just spit, I just saw it. Anyway, my personality is so silly, they said that I would end up laughing on the air as a news anchor. And they were like, you're more suited for radio. And my teeth at the time, they were like God had turned his head, and he turned his head and he was like, I'm gonna throw these teeth in her mouth. And so I was not, I wasn't ready, teeth-wise, mouth-wise for anchoring until I got braces and everything else. But I do love radio, but truthfully, I honestly really want to know the real deal with radio. I always looked at it as a bridge. And I also believe that I want to do TV because there becomes a power in that if I can do both, because I really won't leave it. I mean, I'm being syndicated now. But if I could do both, it allows leverage and power, and eventually you could tell the story.
Love it.
Right? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Because now I have to answer to this person, but there's a freedom in having the power to do or to say what you want and deliver it the way you want, and that's what TV is going to give me: leverage.
Love it.
Oh, yeah, it's good, and you're very clear, and I like it that you know where you want to go.
Yeah. So then my question though would be to you, now that you've asked me questions, what can you do for me?
So what we are is we're your marketing team.
Okay.
And most small business owners, and I want you to think of yourself right now as a small business owner. You're about to be a big business owner, but as a small business owner, you don't have time to do your own marketing. You don't have time to work on your website or social necessarily, or video, or get yourself booked on the news. I mean, that's a big job.
Yeah.
And so by coming with us, you pretty much have a instant 20-person marketing team, and each member of our team is an
Get
expert.
to be the CEO and the boss of this one.
You get to be the boss.
So I want you to concentrate
I have
on.
control issues.
You do Dede, and then we do everything else.
Good. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to think.
Wait, I want you to be the CEO of Dede Incorporated,
Okay.
and then we're your marketing arm. And we're going to celebritize you.
I like it. Celebritize. Okay.
So I think
I have
something.
problems.
Well,
Is it up here? Is it head trash?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I love that head trash. No, I just get nervous when I look at the camera. I'm not quite sure if I'm looking into it properly or where to look, or I feel stiff and stilted. I don't feel as comfortable. Does that make sense?
Yes. Well, I think we should actually get you some media training. I have a good friend, Chris Howell. He is a veteran broadcaster.
Okay.
Yes. And he would be great to give you some media training just to make you feel more comfortable. But I can tell you that you have everything you need. It's probably, you got to
listening to your brain.
To the head trash?
Yeah.
just, if you think about radio, when you first started to do radio and the red light came on and you were probably nervous and overthinking it.
And now.
It's second nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably can't even remember. Did I say that during the commercial break? Did I say that on the air?
I would be concentrating on, how does my makeup look, or my hair, or am I looking, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's the thing, because people are seeing you. You can make a mistake when we're speaking, and we can always go, okay, I screwed up. Can't do that on TV, can you?
Well, I think you can, and I wanna get you to the point. Oprah is the be-all, the end-all. What she did so magically was related to her audience. Here she is, she's a billionaire, but you really saw her as somebody that you could
Talk to.
Yeah.
Conversation with.
And her magic is breaking through that glass. So the glass is the TV set. She's in your living room holding your hand. I imagine if both of us were in the grocery store right now and we bumped into Oprah, I don't know that she does your own shopping, but if we did,
I think so.
she would probably be exactly the way we imagined her.
Yeah.
Because what you see on TV.
Who she is.
So am I hearing this correctly, that, Jeff, you're going to train me and help me out to get me into TV, and I'm going to make $1 billion like Oprah? Did I hear that?
It can happen.
Yeah. Ready. No, okay, so you're going to get me with Chris Howell. Now, here's my
Yes.
other problem.
Yeah.
There's the radio side.
Okay.
And radio, things have been taking off. They have been taking off like crazy. And I have this thing about, radio, TV, and I'm hoping I can do both, I guess.
Both.
I can do both, I guess.
Both.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I want to do both well, and that's
Yes.
where you come in.
Dion did baseball and football. He said both.
Yep, you're right.
So you don't have to choose, and I think both feed each other. In fact, I think when Oprah was doing her show, she launched her own radio network
She
and
did.
television network, and so she did both.
I hear it again.
And the
Jeff, you're getting ready to help me make $1 billion to be the next Oprah. I hear it
Hey.
from your mouth to God's.
and so I want to help you get more comfortable on television. I want to work on your brand because I think your brand really could go to the next level.
I need that.
I got on Google and I started Googling you, and you've done all these amazing television appearances already. Some of the national networks have featured you, and that's what my firm does, is that we turn people into experts and just their own personal brand. And that's what I'd love to help you with.
That's what I need, actually, because, yes, I have been on CNN, and I've done Fox, and I've done a lot of things. And now it's like, what do I channel that? What do I do next? And that would be great. I need help. Basically.
You think of yourself as the CEO of Dede Inc. That's your brand.
Okay.
And all of these other things, the television, the radio, perhaps a magazine, all of these things are just vehicles to promote the brand.
And I've been struggling with that. What is that brand?
I think your brand is authenticity.
My strength, it's funny because people will say, what is your strength in business? My strength in general is personality, number one. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else, but I got some personality. I think I got too much. And it could be obnoxious to some people, but oh well. But for me, when it comes to business, I realize you can't take anything personal. Business is business. Friendship is friendship. I do not take anything personal. I realize when it's business, you just got to be about business. And that's probably my strength.
The fact, I mean, one of the reasons why people love you from the radio is because they feel like they can relate to you. That
I'm silly.
Silly, but like their struggles, because you reveal so much of yourself on the air, they really feel like they know you.
Okay.
And I think you can make that transition from radio to television effortlessly, really, if you continue to do what's made you great. Don't become somebody different because it's a different medium.
Nice. It's interesting. Good advice. I never.
So the camera, that's for real. You gotta have a book.
Oh, I thought you
like everybody,
you
like
impressed what I did.
every celebrity needs a book.
Yeah.
You just need, at some point somebody's gonna ask you, so where's your book?
Or why
It's
haven't
so
you written a
hard
book?
to be seen in Dallas. You realize that? Do you realize it's really hard for me? Like in New York, it was so easy. People would just come out the woodwork to ask me to be on shows or to offer me something. But being here in Dallas.
Well,
Because you haven't had the right PR for.
So my big question to you is, how did you get here? Like, tell me more about you. I remember you being on the news, I know that, but how'd you end up with all of this?
Now don't say I remember you when I was a little girl.
I wasn't gonna say that. Yeah.
So I did 25 years in TV news. Lansing, Michigan, Omaha, Nebraska, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then the last 15 at Fox 4 in Dallas. And it was a wonderful ride. I got to meet Pres from the trunk of my car, and this business grew from that experience. People kept trying to hire me while I was still on TV. I was giving them free advice. And I kept hearing people say, well, if you ever start your own PR firm, I want to be your very first client.
Nice.
And so at the ripe old age of 45, 10 years ago, I took the leap. I jumped off the cliff into the great abyss of entrepreneurialism. And I went from me in my bedroom in 2008, beginning this PR firm, all the way to today, and I've got 20 employees. Our company's doing so well, and we're doing well because I don't want to sound brash, but we're choosing our clients. And so I see you, and you're the kind of person that I would love to work with, because you know who you are, you already have an audience, you just need a little bit of marketing help, a little bit of wind beneath your wings.
and
You're gonna be Bette Midler? That song. You are the wind beneath my wings. Okay, so on Bette Midler.
So we do best with clients like you who know who they are, know where they want to go. They just need a little help. And I have 20 professionals who are all experts in their field as storytellers. We just help people tell their stories through so many different ways. We help them tell their story on the news, we help them tell their story through video, we help them tell their story through web work, we help them tell their story through social media, public
speaking.
I love all that, but I got a question for you.
Yeah.
This book here is called Free Publicity. When are you going to do the book on you about how you made it and you sold 70,000 copies of this and now you have all of this? Like, that's a story.
Maybe that's the
your
second
next
book.
book.
Maybe that's the follow-up.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Golly, well,
awesome.
look, I can tell we're going to help each other. I'll give
Yeah,
you
we are.
ideas,
Yeah,
you
we are.
promote me, we'll be great. Like,
I can hook you up with the person who airbrushes me.
I know it. You're like an embryo.
You're right. I just got embalmed.
You look really young. I think you're like in 8th grade here.
That's right.
I'm excited. Let's get going. I'm ready to start.
Absolutely. Well, so did we give you the tour? Have you seen
let's go look around.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect,
yeah.
perfect. Okay, awesome.
Hi, Ashwani. Thank you so much for coming out to meet me today. How you doing?
Good, Jody. Thanks.
Well, the natural products that we have, things have been really going well. I really like the business relationship that we have. Okay, good. It's off to a good start. Well, I've been thinking about the business structure that we have, where I'm like a franchise kind of partner, and I'm not very satisfied with that. I'd like to take it to another level, to be a full-on partner.
So what would be full contract?
Full-on partner.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm not sure about that as of now, but I think what I can do for you is maybe we can trademark Jody B.
partner Ashwani today to discuss details about where we are with our product line. And right now we're not really kind of seeing eye to eye. I'm glad you mentioned that. No, we cannot you cannot trademark Jordy B. I'm trademarking Jordy B, but I'd like to be a full-on partner with you and do a line of Jordy B products in addition to the Leah Natural products. Now, how does that sound?
Well, I'm still not, at this point of time, I cannot say yes and no on that. As you know, we have another partner in the business, and I'm one of the co-founder of Leah Naturals. But you know the potential, and you have seen the...
Everybody loved the Leah Natural products. Our products are amazing, and I have created a brand with Jordy B as far as me being a person that people can trust and that they respect. And when I put the products out, the Leah Natural products, it did everything that it said it would do, and they loved it. So I figured since the Jordy B brand is more popular and is more synonymous with me and being a partner, that it would make better sense for us to capitalize off of both.
Right. See, we love you. It's
It's not personal.
Journey, so
the love part. I love you.
No. What I'm saying is, so far things have gone. They have been going really good. We are doing really good, and you have seen the growth, and we are using latest greatest technology in terms of our selling platform or our marketing platform, things like that. And we have good collection of products, and at the same time we have very good suppliers for our products, things like that, and the potential, right? So if you have seen the growth, and it has exponential.
But you have to think about it. Why did it grow? It's a collaborative effort, and me full on lending my name. It was me being an author, me being a minister, and in a lot of different businesses where people know my brand, it will take us to the next level. Don't you want to be part of that?
Definitely.
Now, and I do what you don't want to do for as marketing and all of that stuff, and you do the stuff that I don't want to do.
Right.
So it just makes sense to me that we just put our efforts together and just do one deal. And you have the Leah Naturals, you'll still get, your piece from that, and you'll get a piece of Jordy B, whereas if I do it myself, you won't get anything.
Well, see, Leah Natural is doing wonderful. We have been doing great, in past, I would say, year and a half. Our growth is exponential.
Right.
We would love to bring Jordy B, as trademark, and that would be, our trademark, and that's what, I would love to do that. Yeah.
Okay, well, if Ashwani thinks that I'm going to let him trademark my name, he's crazy. Not happening. Okay, what I want you to think about. So, okay, let's take out the trademark for a second.
Okay.
Are you okay with considering being a full-on partner? Number one.
Okay.
Will you consider that?
Well, it's not just me, as I told you.
Yes, but
I'm just a co-founder of the company. I can check with the partner.
But how do you feel about it? Before you even go to him, how do you feel about it?
I feel so far good, because what I've seen so far,
Okay, so let's hold that.
Okay.
And so, far as the trademark, let's, deal with. Trademarking. That's so formal. Let's get back to that later. Let's just check with your partner,
Right.
and let me know what you think. But it's a good start that you actually like the idea of us becoming a partner. And I need to know by next week, and we have to get it all in writing.
Well, writing. Well, we also need to check with our attorney, and it's not just we. I think I would want you
Of
to
course,
check with your
yeah.
attorney, and then let me check with my partner and see how he feel about it, and then we're gonna check with our legal team and see what we can do about the contract and what should be in the contract. So, sure, I will get back to you next week on this. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we still have to get in writing the arrangement we have right now. I mean, everything has been going well, but at this point, I think we should be more formal.
Yeah, but I will say let's, instead of put everything in writing, let's see how things goes, right? And how comfortable we are with each other, and where the business is going, and then once
I don't agree with that.
and once
I don't agree with that because we've already seen how business has gone. So I need you to talk to your partner and come back to me next week and let me know what you think, because I've proven myself. So you show him the numbers, you show him, what we've done collectively, which actually he should already know. And this is more so about moving forward on a major scale,
Okay, so-
expansion.
Sure. I will tell what you are wanting to do, like in terms of next step and what I feel about it, and then let me take his opinion, and then, I'll get back to you.
Fair enough. Thank you. Let's shake on it. Can we shake on it? We need to get some paper on this stuff. So, my attorney, Garrett, he's not too far off, and I know when he hears how I did this deal, he's gonna be like, you know better, and I do. But it happens, you just get so excited and emotional, and you just do whatever you gotta do. A lot of times when you're dealing with family or friends, and I'm gonna be honest, I got caught up in the excitement of it all, but honestly, we have to get down to business. So Garrett, I need your help. Garrett, thank you so much for coming at the last minute. Sure. I just had a really good meeting with my business partner. And, I've been dreading talking to you because I know how you are. You're going to be like, I can't believe you made this kind of deal like this. But this business partner, we have like a skincare product line called Leah Naturals, and we've been selling these products online. They manufacture and all that stuff. I do the marketing and I'm a spokesperson, and it's been really, really great. The products are awesome. You should try it. Anyway, the way that we've done this is, first of all, verbal contract. But it has been working. I've gotten everything that's coming to me, and it's sort of like a franchise deal. I'm not exactly a full-on partner. I have my own online sites that I work from, so I get a percentage of that. That was not okay with me. So this is what the meeting was about. I was like, hey, I want to be a full-on partner.
Right.
So that's number one. And then secondly, we have Leah Naturals, but I want Jordy B line because my name is stronger than the Leah Naturals, and plus I want my own thing, Right. And he was like, whoa, but he was entertaining it. But here's where I need to do, because he wants to trademark my name. And I don't know if he would do the deal otherwise. And my name is so important. It's like you don't give away your name. So what do I do? How do I navigate like that?
Well, the first thing that I hate to say there's something wrong here.
I already know.
There's not anything in writing that's a big problem. You said it's working good, and the problem is it works until it doesn't work. And then when it doesn't work, there's all kinds of things that can come up, and disputes, and people tend to always remember things differently later on.
Woo!
And then
It's so true.
And the good fences are the good contracts, having everything in writing and everything set out. It's amazing how many deals start out very friendly and everybody, everything's are going good, and then something difficult comes up. Maybe
that's where I feel we are, because we started out as friends. I've known him for years, and he knows how I do business, and he respects and admires me and all that stuff. So it just seemed natural, and I vice versa. And I just got caught up in the whirlwind of the deal, which was great, But now I'm feeling like you, now that I'm saying, okay, well, I want more, and I want to be an official partner. And I said, I need to get everything in writing. Of course, I heard you in the back of my head, like, get it in writing, And that's when he was like, backpedaling a little bit.
Yeah, you need to take care of that because you just never know when something's going to maybe end, the relationship ends, and then you don't know if you got any rights, going forward. So that's important. As far as trademarking, there's ways that you can do that. You can do the trademark. You can give him a license again in writing.
That's good.
And that way you have control over how the name is used, how the
Yes.
trademark is used, and if you don't like what's going on, you can pull
Take
it
it back.
and have very specific terms on that. But again, it's it's one of those things that's got to be in writing, and so
Yeah.
I love Garrett. He came up with the best solution. He just basically said, why don't you just trademark your own name and license it to him? Duh. That's why you need counsel. Yes, I promise you I will get it in writing. I just needed to know what the options were as far as, trademarking. I didn't even think about licensing, but you're absolutely right. That's a great approach. I think they'll be happy with that. But my other concern now, since they're already established, Late Naturals is already an established company, what kind of partnership, should I make? Should I be my own entity, partnering with them as another entity,
Right.
or a whole new thing?
right. Well, there's all kinds of considerations that you have to look at, but again, it's good that you're talking about this because we have to figure out, do you want to be a partnership or do you want to maybe have your own company?
I want to be rich.
There you go.
I want to be rich. How do I do that? What formation is get rich?
Right. That's right. That's a great goal, and we'll figure that out. But we'll figure
Right.
out. But there's lots of things
You're
that go into it. Like how are you protected the best? Protected from liability. And make sure that you're not going into something that you're going to regret later. So that's all goes into what kind of entity is it going to be, a partnership or maybe a corporation where you're shareholders or something like that. But we'll figure that out to make sure it's the best thing for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to make a lot of money just so I could pay you to do all of this.
My rates have gone up since last time, by the way. I went down.
Oh Lord.
Last time, by the way, I went down.
Oh, Lord have mercy. well, I definitely have to be a partner now and say, hey, well,
Right.
Garrett is more expensive now. So, okay, so good. So, yeah, I'm probably going to need you too, since I have this verbal contract. Like, how do we, tax-wise, how do I deal with?
Yeah.
Tricky thing.
You've been paying taxes quarterly, haven't you? Taxes quarterly, haven't you?
No, well, we didn't get to that yet.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't gotten there yet.
All right. Okay. All right.
So-
we'll
so-
we'll figure out that all. Again, tax is something that goes into what kind of entity you're going to be and how that all works out, and then we have to make sure stay ahead of the game and pay the the IRS as we go, either quarterly or something like that, so that we can stay ahead of it.
Yes. Well, I think you're making me so much better because I'm a creative person. I am a business person on one aspect, but all of these fine little details, I have to get better with it. Get out the emotional state. Like, when he told me, he was like, Jordy, we love you. And I'm like, yeah, I love you too, but that has nothing to do with the business.
Right.
We're talking business here. I was trying to get out the emotional sphere so we could get down to the meat of it.
Right.
So
It's a way to do all that. It's real important to actually take the effort to do that, because it's amazing how many businesses start out friendly like this and everyone says they love each other, and then something comes up and then there's a dispute, and you got to have things really well
In
said,
order.
so that
Okay.
it doesn't turn into the nightmare is that it ends up in litigation years
Yeah.
down the road, and then you spend a ton of money fighting.
Hi, I'm Garrett Pronsky with the law firm of Pronsky, Gouldsby and Kathman in Dallas, practicing various forms of business. I am one of the counsel for Success Sisters, which I'm very happy. My book is called Pronsky's Texas Bankruptcy. It's about 1,000-page practice, 18th edition, and it is published by Texas Lawyer, which is an ALM media public. As far as what you've just seen with Jordy, these are some common issues that come up in all these kinds of cases, and things like having verbal agreements and not having things well set out is a kind of a recipe for a disaster. People always, when things are going well, it's fine, but when there's a bump in the road, like there's some losses to incur and something we have to figure out how to allocate those or something like that, then people start remembering things differently, and it's always important to have things in writing, and it's usually people are very agreeable to doing that and at the very beginning, and it's really valuable to have that everything in writing, everything really well set out. It also creates a good exit strategy. Businesses don't last forever a lot of times, and so you want to have something where people can figure out how to exit, who gets what when things come to a conclusion. You also want to figure out, as we were talking about, what kind of entity you're going to form, and that has to do with a lot of things like Jordy mentioned, tax and liabilities, and trying to not incur particular types of liability. So it's really important to meet with somebody to figure all of that out. It doesn't take a long time, and there's solutions usually to all of these potential problems, but it's best to have it all set out.
I get the vibe that if I don't do that right now, it will go that way.
Right.
Because we're starting to really make money,
Right.
and when the money comes, that's when things get a little dicey. So yeah, so he said he's going to let me know next week how things go. I'll keep you posted, of course. So according to what they decide, like if they want to do this partnership, of course I'll call you and we'll get it in paper. Yes. Thank you. I'm so blessed to have you. Thank you, Garrett. Okay, so today I'm going to connect you and kind of get you started in front of the camera.
Okay.
So I got a surprise for you.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yes.
I love it. Okay,
do?
just so we know.
Love it. Queen Dede has arrived. Yeah.
I shall put my own mic on now. I love it. I don't know if I'm putting this on right, but welcome to Dan. I love this. I love that. Awesome. I love it. It looks great.
Awesome.
This looks great. Oh my God, I am so impressed. I'm so impressed.
Got rid of your widow speaking everything. All right. Y'all let me know when to go.
I think we're ready.
Okay, so who's gonna be working that camera?
So that's going to be Alone, and she's got that one. And I may do some on the phone too.
All right. So don't be so formal right now. It's like you're excited because I just showed you this set. Like, okay. So somebody clap or something. Let me know when to start.
I'll give you a countdown. Sounds good?
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, action.
So what do you think?
I'm loving it. I really do. I love that right there. When I came in, I'm like shocked. I love how it looks. It looks very authentic, and it looks like, you know what? I'm ready. My talk show. Let's go.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, I like the.
Hold it up like he did.
Yep. This is the thing people don't realize. When you're talking through a microphone, first of all, I go in, I have no makeup on, I have a baseball cap on every day, I'm never dressed up, and you can make fake. You know what I mean? Like you're moving your mouth to emphasize something, but on camera, somebody once told me, it's very, very hard because I'm so used to the mic. I can. And I hated pictures, and so I've just recently become a little more comfortable with the camera. But no, I've never. I think they took my widow's peak out. It's edited. Yeah, they photoshopped it. I'm like, what? I love this. Love this. I feel like Oprah. Oh my God, is Tom Cruise here?
No, I want to hear. And you get a card.
And you get
Where's my car? Where's my car, Dede? But no, I have a special mentor.
Oh, I thought you were going to let me interview you or something. Do something fun.
All right, look, I'm the best. I'm not trying to do no.
Well, look at me. This is we're playing.
You're fabulous. You're together. But I have a mentor coming, and he should be here any second.
Okay. So you have a mentor for me?
Yes, he's going to help you feel more comfortable in front of the camera. It's not, he's easy, So let me see. Oh, here he is. Grab on there.
Hi.
I know him.
How are you?
Good. Oh, he did it.
Hey, how are you?
He did it.
So what did I walk into here? It sounds like there was a lot of noise coming out. Your talk show. Okay.
Yes.
I'm loving the set.
He's everyone. Oh, man.
Look at this. Oh, my.
It's all
Speaking into existence.
No. We're actually, well, you tell me what exactly is going on here.
Here's the thing. Like we kind of talked about before, we want Dede in front of the camera as well as behind the camera.
Okay.
And we have a special idea for a talk show. This is, God bless you, only one facet of the talk show.
Oh, what's the other part?
I can't tell you that, then I will kill you. But
Okay.
this part, let's focus on this part.
Okay. I'm always trying to get ahead of the game.
Yeah, and that's why you're here. You're so awesome. So I talked with Dede, and she is a little nervous about being in front of the camera.
Okay, that's natural.
And you are so poised and articulate, and this is your business.
Oh my. Do I have to pay you for saying all that?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I just kind of want you to give her some pointers to help her feel better in front. So
All right.
I want to leave and let you guys.
No,
do
we
that.
need you.
Because I need you to participate, because I want to do some role playing.
Oh.
And I need to be able to observe while she interviews you.
Wait, hold on. What kind of role playing?
It's strictly an interview. What type of show is it?
I didn't read your full email. I don't know what type of show I just walked into.
Okay, sorry.
It's simply just you interviewing her, Dede. First, let me ask you, are you really nervous about being on television as opposed to radio? Sometimes that is a difficult transition.
Yeah.
What are you most nervous about?
The camera, how to look into the camera, how to be comfortable and to be me. Because when I'm doing radio, I'm very comfortable because sometimes I'm in there without my shoes on. I have no makeup on, normally a baseball cap on, and I can hide behind that baseball cap.
Okay.
And I never know how to look into it, where to look into it. I'm just very uncomfortable with it.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do today. We're going to just have a conversation.
Okay.
The cameras just happen to be here.
Okay.
You're really having a conversation with
Face, I gotta act like
the camera guys are professional. They're paid professional. They know how to do their job.
Okay.
They're going to find you. You're going to focus just on Jordy.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into it.
I love that.
I am almost tempted to have her take her shoes off.
Oh,
She made a point to say how comfortable she is.
Yes.
We're hiding your feet, so
Oh
I
my
don't think
gosh.
you have to worry about your
Oh, that is so awesome. Oh, yeah.
This is your show.
Okay, this is perfect.
You will be the only one in history to host a talk show with shoes on.
Yeah.
We're setting a new standard here, right?
All right.
Let's do it.
I love it. Okay.
The
Let me
shoeless
move them.
host,
All right.
I guess. Let's start a new training.
Okay.
So you're comfortable?
Yep.
What else will make you most comfortable?
That's about it. I mean, like
Well,
other,
I noticed
I'm sure
most
some red
talk
wine
shows
would probably
have
help, but I can't give you any
coffee
red
mug.
a coffee mug. No, you know what make me comfortable is a wine glass.
Wine glass? Can we?
Sociology wine.
So can we get a wine glass?
Yeah. Can we get a
Put
wine
water
glass?
in it.
All right. Thank
A
you.
wine glass with water.
With
in
water.
it.
No
Yeah,
wine,
doesn't
just
matter.
water. Okay, cool. What else would make you most comfortable?
That's about it.
Probably the cameras were not here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
that'd be
let me
it.
ask, like, when you come out, do you want like theme music? Is different? Do you like a Dede? I don't know.
No, I really like
So
her.
that wouldn't help you loosen it.
So like the whole Plies song, She's My Rock?
No, I love that song. Right? No, when I come out, I want everybody to clink their glass. Everybody have a glass, a wine glass. Clink, clink, clink. Hey, here we come. And instead, that's what I'm going to come out to instead of theme music. It's a.
You know what? You actually are joking when you say that, but I want to tell you, television, unlike radio, it is you're speaking to a number of people. Of course, radio, we say it's one-on-one because normally there's one person in the car, so you're speaking one-on-one. But with a television show, you're actually inviting everyone to your party. You're hosting a party and you're inviting everyone to be a part of it, including your guest and your audience who's going to be watching the show as well.
Right.
So I like that idea of you having in your mind that you want everyone clapping or clinging to their wine glass because you're inviting them to your party. That's what you would do.
Nice.
Oh, well,
And the cameraman's going to hand you your.
Oh, nice.
That didn't quite look like water.
Well, I'll drink it anyway.
I was gonna say, like,
Apple
if you
juice.
need
Just
my
sip.
help,
A small sip. We have to get through the training
can I have
program.
some of that apple juice, please?
Okay. All right, so let's do this. Jordy is your guest. Jordy has been having a difficult time with her child. She has a 13-year-old son who's a little bit rebellious, and she's having a real difficult time with him. You have a 16-year-old son. You've been through that phase already, and now you're going to share with her how you actually were able to come through that phase. But you start by looking directly into this camera
Okay.
to open the show.
Okay.
Oh, we have another one.
Yeah, because obviously, your story, I have a troubled life right now.
And you just look directly into the camera, inviting the guest to your show. This is the Dede McGuire Show.
I'll say Dede McGuire. Fine.
And what's the purpose of the show?
I like At Home with Dede.
Okay. At home with Dede.
We're at home with Dede.
And directly into the camera, and whatever you feel the purpose of your show is.
Here we go.
Do I need to look a certain way?
No,
You're just going to be a mom. Look
And
at
I'm-
you. You're a mom with a 13-year-old, and I have a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
And I beat him.
You know, I'm up to
And you're upset. All right, I'm looking at that camera?
Yes.
Here we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Dede McGuire, and you are watching At Home with Dede. Today, our guest is Miss Jordy. I'll give her her name. Or her age.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Women, we don't do that. Okay. So here's the deal. Jordy has a 13-year-old that is on her last nerve. Because parents, if you're a mom, and if you're a single mom, 13-year-old, that's a bad age. So tell me what's going on with your son.
My son, he's into girls. He's
Wasn't
out
it good?
late. Not at 13.
Oh, I was going to say.
Oh, what? Good point. Good point.
I've only had 2 sips of wine.
Let me have one more so I can be right where you are. So,
Okay. See, that's what happened when you cut her off. You have to at least get her point out.
I know, okay, I'm sorry.
So you just took it in a whole different direction.
I know, right?
It took you a minute to catch that. I'm a little surprised
Well,
that.
see, you're the pro.
Okay, so let her get her point
Okay,
out.
I'm sorry, you're right.
And then, I know you want to tell your joke, but let her get her point out. Because see, now you just turned it into a different type of show.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so messing with girls.
Do we need to cut? Do we have to say cut right now?
Yes.
Okay, cut.
Cut.
And go again.
Let's start over.
Start over?
Yes.
Okay. Be serious.
It's a son, right? Not daughter.
It's a son.
It's serious, but do show your personality,
Okay.
because I love the fact that you showed your personality when you opened it up. Just again,
All
you're
right,
trying
let
to
me
make
act
sure you're
like I'm
right.
a troubled
All right, here we go.
I don't. Okay.
Here we go. Jordy in action. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Dede McGuire, and this is At Home with Dede. Today we are talking with Jordy. Jordy has a 13-year-old son
You're good. You're doing great.
that is troubled. Now, of course, I'm the mother of a 16-year-old, and I totally understand. I'm going to do my best today to try to help Jordy, and you guys can as well. Jordy?
That was perfect. It was perfect. Your tempo, your
I had to slow it down
Yeah.
because I talk fast.
I do the same thing, and that is the part when you're coming onto television, you do have to pace yourself a little bit better than you do on radio. You're not having to try to get it in 60 seconds or 30 seconds. I mean, you showed personality. I mean, did you guys feel the personality in the room?
I did. I felt
Yeah.
like you owned it. Like I felt like I'm.
Your tone was a lot more mellow than it was the first time you did
good.
it.
Okay.
I don't know what it is in the wine. What type of wine
Was
that
this
is?
the fourth
I don't know.
sip?
Maybe I need to get me a little something. I don't know. But no, that was perfect.
Okay, so now what?
So now you've already brought us into the show now. So now it's talking to Jordy.
Okay, Jordy, tell us about your son.
Okay, my son is a very good-looking kid, so he seems to really like the girls and they like him, and so I'm concerned about some of that activity. And then because his dad is not around, he's very rebellious. He talks back, and it's just wearing me out.
Where's his dad?
I don't know where his dad is.
Oh, was it a one-night stand? Is he a product of a one-night stand?
Well, the truth is,
College, what?
yeah, it was a one-night stand, and that might be what's disturbing him.
But no, you did a good job. I mean,
You say you're nervous. You're not nervous at all.
No, I'm not nervous because Jordy and I are having a conversation. And she's silly like me.
I mean, you act like you're really concerned. So where's his dad?
Well, because I'm nosy too. That's the other thing.
But that's what's going to make
that's
you
what
a
makes it
really great host.
All right, give us another scenario then. Let's try
Okay.
another scenario then. Let's try.
Okay, let's try another scenario.
Why don't we just talk about my book? That's kind of real. It's not that interesting.
It's kind of real? You have a book. It is real.
It is real. I meant for it kind of a real
Let's do
story
it.
to talk about.
So, do you know about her book?
Yeah, single on purpose.
Okay. So, Jordy's been trying to find a date for several years.
Well, now wait.
What's single on? What? I don't know. I'm sorry. What is single on? Now I'm trying to joke, and she don't like my joke. Okay.
Chris, that was real shady. I haven't been single that long.
Cool. Now I'm beat red. I'm extremely red, and now you can't tell.
It kind of touched a little home.
I'm sorry.
What you said?
Right.
So what is single on
You've been
purpose?
desperate for
I know,
the
it
past
doesn't
7 years. So you wrote single on purpose.
Can you give me a fan? I'm burning up in here. I'm sitting like right underneath the light.
All right, that's one.
So you gotta open it now.
I gotta open it again?
And talk about her
That
book.
was my best one.
But no, you did a great job.
Okay.
Because you welcomed us into the show. You told us what the show was
So I have a
about.
question. When you're doing a talk show, I don't have like a teleprompter?
You can, but you may not always be promised it. I was actually on KURA last night. Teleprompter jammed up. We had to wing it.
Really? Okay.
It happens.
All right. You're a pro.
But you did a great job. It's a short opening. You tell us what the show is about. You're giving us who you are, what the show is about, and what we should expect to witness in this episode.
All right. I'm ready.
I'm not even gonna look at you, but that's when I laugh.
Hi everybody, I'm Dede McGuire and welcome to At Home with Dede. So being single, I will tell you right now, being single in America, in life, is really hard sometimes for a lot of women. I'm one of those women. I actually had a hard time. I just got married maybe 8 years ago. But I will tell you, looking for the right guy is really, really hard. Jordy is here and she has a book and it's called Single on Purpose. Hi Jordy, welcome to the show.
I'm so happy to be here.
Clink your glasses, guests. They're not my guests. They're the audience. Oh, clink, clink the glass. Cling, 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 cling. Okay, Jordy's here. Okay.
Yay.
Hey, Jordy.
Hi, how are you?
So you're single on purpose?
I am single on purpose, and millions of women across the country are also becoming single on purpose.
It's single on purpose, and that means what exactly, though?
Well, what I'm saying is that if you're single at any time, it's not accidental that God allowed it for a purpose. It's more about your assignment than, focus on being single. In that assignment, you get prepared and positioned for your next level, whether it be marriage or further in business or ministry or whatever.
And so,
go ahead. Yeah, in that process, God will arrange your marriage. He'll find you. See, a lot of women want to be found, but how can you find something that's not hidden? You're so in everybody's face.
A little confusing, just so you know. I'm slightly confused.
Yeah.
Saying on one hand, you said, it's an assignment, right?
Yeah.
Are some people's assignment longer than others?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Pick me.
Okay.
I'm in a long assignment.
Okay. If you're going to be biblical, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. Is that
That's
correct?
right.
But then you're also saying that you can't be out there everywhere because then how is he?
Out there looking.
Oh, you can't look as a woman.
Right. If you're busy, when you're busy, you're not focusing on a guy. You're focusing on what you're doing. So the guy that finds you will find you busy. You're not focused on trying to impress him or to be something you're not. You're in your most authentic state. So he can decide more clearer, like, okay, I'm interested or not, without you knowing.
So purpose-driven singledom is what you're talking about. Being I'm trying to understand this. So, if there's some woman watching today, and she says, "Why should I read this book?" Because you said single on purpose. What has been your assignment for you then? And why did she get the book?
This woman probably should get the book because her way hasn't worked. I'm pretty sure she's even looking for it. And we try to find love and think that we can do it without considering God. But it's unanimous that most people would say that God is love. So how do you get love without him? Well, one of my assignments is to write the book. And I am a messenger, basically. I'm here to spread God's word and the way that he has given it to me. So it's not preachy. It may sound preachy the way we're talking about it. It's not.
What do you say to a woman who is 44 years old? She's never been married, and she said, "I've been waiting, and I've been busy. I've gotten my bachelor's and my master's degree, and I've got my home, and I've got this, and I've got that, and I have done everything I possibly could. I go to church every Sunday, and she still hasn't been found." What do you have to say to her? Does she give up on marriage, or does she continuously stay on single on purpose, or does she get on Instagram? Or on what's the thing called?
Facebook.
Yeah,
Instagram,
all those dating apps.
Yeah.
Tinder.
Well, I would say to her that God has a set time for everything, and she should continue to have her focus because everywhere you put it, it's still going to be whatever it is. Whether you've claimed to be single on purpose or not, you're still going to be single. Why not be purposeful in that time? It's like two different types of waiting. Waiting, tapping your foot, or what I call waiting, WEIGHT, where it's a heavy waiting when you're going from minute to minute looking for this person. So I suggest that you wait on God, and when the time is right, then you'll be ready. Because a lot of time, year after year, we say we're ready. And you think about a year ago, you're like,
So is marriage still a holy grail to women?
I think to society.
Okay.
Take us to break, Dede. Take us to break.
I want to find out more about this idea that 18 is still the holy grail for women, and that to a certain extent, are we defining ourselves by it? We're going to talk about that next, everybody. Coming up, it's Dede at home with TV.
You did good.